Plaintiff Ashley Curry says the defendant is her sister, and she has a twin who's Ashley's witness in court today. Ashley claims she got custody of her sisters after their father passed away, but she's suing the defendant today for the value of a car. Defendant Anitra Curry is devastated that Ashley brought her to court today because she loves Ashley and wants to repair their relationship.
Start with you.
So a little bit about our relationship and our history. Anitra is my sister, and I really hate that we have to be here today because she is my sister and I do care about her, but I don't feel like she knows that, or she doesn't act like it all the time. She is a twin. Her twin sister, Anaya, is here as my witness. Pretty much I've always had a hand in helping raise them. Since I was 7, pretty much. Our mom has a history of mental illness and sometimes prescription drug abuse. And after my dad died, I got custody of them. And I've always done everything.
How much older are you?
I'm 7 years older than
How old are
them.
you?
I'm 26 years old.
Responsibility.
Yeah.
Hats off to you. Seems like you did a good job, except for this one.
I tried, Your Honor.
You had to get that frown off your face.
Yeah.
It makes you smile a little over there. Go ahead.
They are twins, but they are nothing alike. Anitra, we kind of have joked that she's like the bad twin or the evil twin, but
neither have been in trouble?
No,
ladies?
no, good grades in school, no drugs.
Excellent.
Anitra has like 12,000 tattoos, but other than that, she's a good girl. No, I have tattoos too. So I don't judge her about that. But
you don't have them on your neck or your hands, right?
no, I don't have them on
All
my
right,
neck.
because the only concern I express about those is when you go to an employer. If you come in with tattoos on your neck and on your hand and it's a sales job, I'm not hiring you. Because I don't think you're going to be able to sell to professionals. So that's why I tell young folks to be mindful of that. Plus, when you turn 70 or 80, what is that going to look like?
Oh, man.
That's what always, mystifies me. And you got tattoos and kind of, I think at 80 you start,
Drooping.
Yeah. Well, I didn't say drooping. No, that's not true. It just, your skin looks a little different. Therefore, your tattoos are going to look a lot different around your neck. Go ahead.
Well, Anitra's always been growing up like temper tantrums, attitude, like that's just her. Like, I'll tell you, it's funny. Her first word was and she didn't say she said something like mummy pucky, but that's
what age?
yeah, when they started walking.
Ooh, you were cussing like a sailor.
No, it was my dad. No. And I do think that as she's gotten older, it's funny to tell people like the stories of the things that happen, but as she gets older, I worry about her functioning as an adult, as a responsible adult, and you can't lie, you can't make up excuses. Sometimes you just have to say it is what it is and just learn from it and do better. And that's what I really want for them, because we have been through a lot. We all went through it with my mom, and we all went through it when my dad died. And he suffered from a lot of diseases, and unfortunately he's not with us anymore. But I think after he died, it kind of got worse as far as the attitudes and the behaviors. A couple of days ago, she went missing.
Your Honor, can I speak on that?
You wanted to talk about it first or not? Go ahead. What do you want to tell me?
I didn't go missing. I did go to the hospital, and they didn't believe me. And the situation I'm in with my mom, I didn't want to go back home, so I went to a friend's house before I went to my job that day. And I kind of just stayed there at my job all day until it was time for me to work, and then I went back home. It's just something I couldn't deal with. I didn't go missing. I just didn't want anybody to, I just didn't respond to anybody. But it's not so much as I went missing. They're making it seem like, oh, Anitra just went here and went there and she partied and she did that, when it wasn't nothing like that.
Well, it's not that. It's if you answer your phone or answer a text message, and I don't have to know where you are 24 hours of the day, but with the rate that young children are getting.
Why did you say you didn't want anyone to know where you were?
Because I just didn't. I got to the point where I just wanted to separate myself and I don't want nobody to know where I am or what I'm doing. Okay.
Well,
because it gets changed into something else.
All right, and
I understand
you were just secluding yourself for a couple of days?
Yes.
Where? I mean, just in a room by yourself?
Oh, no, I went to, most of the time I stay to myself in my room, But that day I took myself to the hospital. And as soon as I got discharged, I went to a friend's house and I just stayed
Do
there.
you know that?
Well, she told us that, but her friend.
Do you doubt that she went to the hospital?
Yes, only
Why?
because a history of things not adding up. Her friend, Anna and I can attest to this.
All right. So, what else you want to tell me? Anything else you want to tell me about yourself or this situation, your relationship with your sister?
Yes, with our relationship, of course, she told you a little bit about our background growing up in the house with my dad always being sick, and it wasn't a stable household. They were always arguing, was always moving house to house, and it wasn't something nice to live in. But as far as me and my sister's relationship, I love my sister, and I do care about her. And it's just, I hate that we have to be here today, that it get taken this far. And actually, was my go-to person. Well, she was my go-to person, and it's like now I have a hard time trusting her with certain things, and it's just I have a hard time just dealing with her or being with her, because some things are over exaggerated, some problems are over exaggerated. Like this situation is over exaggerated.
Okay, let's talk about the value of a car you're suing her for. What happened?
Yes. So on August 26th, she asked to use my car, which she's done before. She told, and she called me about 30, 45 minutes later, said that she had been in an accident. I asked her, was she okay? But she, and were the other people okay? She said that they were both, everybody was fine, but the car wouldn't start. And I was a little upset. I said, Mitra, please don't tell me you totaled my car. She said, I'm so sorry. I promise I'll pay for it. And I said, well, let's not talk about, price now, but important. I was glad that they were okay. And maybe I could have put a little bit more emphasis on that. But either way, she totaled the car that day. And every time I go to her, or it's not always about money. I go to her, just sometimes I send her a text message, just say, I love you, or what are you doing today? And that's the thing, going back to the seclusion, our mom is back in our lives right now, and we're trying to work as a family. It was hard enough losing one parent, but I didn't want my mom to go anywhere, or for us to go anywhere without us saying that we at least tried. And the situation that we're in now, we could all be trying to go somewhere. She's the one with the headphones in, or we can be out watching a movie, and she wants to be in her room with the door closed. You go in and ask her how her day was, and she acts like you asked her to murder somebody.
What do you say about the car?
The car, if I wanted to pay her back, I felt bad because I did tell her I was going to a friend's house. I ended up going to go get another friend, but then just so happened I look away and then the car's not starting. I did call her. She never did ask me if I was okay. My twin sister is the only person who asked me. She said, forget about the car. Are you okay? My twin sister is the only person who asked me, not my mom, not my sister. My twin sister asked me, was I okay? And I told her I should have all intentions of helping paying you back. But then as soon as I asked, how much do you own the loan, or this and that, or how much is the car worth, or this and that, I'm getting different prices. And I even went on Kelly Book to see how much the car was. I'm getting $6,000, $3,000, $1,000, $1,500, $1,700. The prices keep changing. I keep asking, can I see paperwork from it? And I'm not seeing no paperwork.
I told her initially when we're on the phone, we'll have to speak with the insurance company, let them do like the adjustment and everything. And I did. At first, I told her that I have a text message where I text her and told her I would.
What did you ultimately determine in terms
that
of
the
value?
price of I told her that the insurance company called me and the total value of the car was the 30.
Did you show her something?
Yeah,
because I would have some doubts too if you had various amounts.
Well, I tried to, but every time I went to her, it was.
You have it today?
Yes.
But you changed the amount a few times, she said.
I did. I changed the amount. At first I said, you know what, Anitra, and I have the text message where I said it here, I'm willing to settle out of court, and if you want to make payments for $1,500, that's the
Had you given another number before that?
I told her $1,500, then I went back and told her $1,700.
And had you given another number prior to that?
No, it was $1,500, then $1,700. I tried to work with her.
And then what?
And then she wouldn't
and
respond.
And then $3,000.
She wouldn't respond to me, so I told her I want the total
my point
value.
is you've given her 3 numbers. I'm with her.
Okay. I have the text messages.
This is a bad accident, young lady.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she was texting or anything like that, but this is all the letters from the insurance company saying the total value of the car.
Pardon?
I never text on my phone when I drive.
All right. She admits that she's responsible. She just wanted to know
every time
price. And did you have insurance?
Yeah. Okay. Can I comment, please?
Pardon?
Can I comment?
Uh-huh.
She told me that the car wasn't paid for, and then everything wasn't settled out. But I was hearing from family members that everything was settled out. So I was still.
Well, how could you hear
wondering
from family members and you wouldn't even talk to me?
Yeah, let us speak.
Okay.
I heard from my mom, my auntie about everything's paid off, and she did tell me, she said, I felt like you weren't sorry for paying back the car. So and now I feel like this is what I'm having to pay for.
$3,158 is the total value of the car. Judgment for the plaintiff. Good luck to you. Have a good day.